If you think family loyalty protects you from abuse, you are exactly who they target first. If you miss these subtle patterns, you spend your life being a pawn in someone else. Emotional game. By the end of this, you recognize 7 tactics that fly under everyone. Radar, making you dangerous to those who try to control you. The smear campaign is the systematic destruction of your reputation before you even realize there is a fight. A family member, often a parent or sibling, spreads curated half-truths to aunts, cousins, and family friends. They aren't yelling, they reconcerned. Imagine your mother telling your entire extended family, "I am so worried about their mental health. They've become so unstable lately," right as you are starting to set boundaries. This works because it preemptively invalidates your voice. If you try to speak up about their behavior, the audience has already been conditioned to see you as the problem child. Watch for phrases like they really lost it, "I am just worried about them," or ask anyone, "They've always been difficult." To defend yourself, don't. To play the game, do not try to win over the flying monkeys. Document the facts and maintain your integrity. When the manipulator sees they can bait you into a public meltdown, the smear loses its fuel. You realize that those who believe the lies without asking you weren't your allies to begin with. Next is toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is a specialized tool used to silence your pain under the guise of good vibe. In a family setting, this looks like being told to just move on or focus on the good times immediately after you bring up a legitimate grievance. If you say, "It hurt when you forgot my graduation," they respond with, "Why are you so negative?" Let's just have a nice dinner. This is a control mechanism that shames you for having a nervous system that reacts to mistreatment. It forces you to suppress your reality to keep the peace. Listen for, "Good vibes only, you are bringing everyone down. Can we just be happy?" Or "Everything happens for a reason." The defense is simple but hard. Name the invalidation. Say, "I can be positive and still address this specific issue." Do not let them rebrand your boundaries as negativity. You aren't killing the mood. You are refusing to be a prop in their fake family portrait. Then we have the silent treatment. The silent treatment is emotional surgery without anesthesia. It is a deliberate withdrawal of affection designed to make you feel invisible until you break. In families, this often follows a moment where you stood your ground. A parent might stop answering your texts for weeks, or walk through the room acting like you are a ghost. The psychology is primal. Social exclusion triggers the same part of the brain as physical pain. You panic, you apologize for things you didn't do, and you beg for the relationship to return to normal. They say what is wrong, using phrases like "you know what you did," "figure it out yourself," or just heavy pointed silence. Your defense is to enjoy the silence. If they stop talking, stop chasing. When you stop rewarding their silence with your anxiety, they lose their leverage. Show them that their absence is a gift of peace, not a punishment. Projection is the next trap. Projection is the ultimate no-you card. The manipulator takes their own toxic traits and mirrors them onto you. If they are being controlling, they scream that you are the one who is obsessed with power. If they are lying, they call you a pathological liar. It works by putting you on the defensive. Instead of discussing their behavior, you spend 2 hours defending your character against a lie. You here, you are the manipulator here. You are always lying to me, or you are the one who only cares about money. The trick is to recognize that their accusations are actually confessions. When they scream a baseless insult, don't defend yourself. Defense implies the accusation has merit. Instead, observe it. Say, "It sounds like you are very frustrated," and keep the focus on the current interaction. Don't let them move the goalposts to your character. Now consider weaponized incompetence. Weaponized incompetence is a passive, aggressive power play designed to dump all emotional and physical labor onto you. In a family, this is the sibling who forgets how to book a flight, or the parent who can figure out how to use a basic app, so you have to do it for them. Every single time, by doing tasks poorly or feigning confusion, they force you to take over. You become their permanent assistant, and they get to stay helpless. Red flags include, "I don't know how." You are so much better at this, or I'll just mess it up anyway. They want you to feel capable while they stay comfortable. Your defense: let them fail. Let the flight go unbooked. Let the dinner be ruined. If you keep saving them, they will never learn. The moment you stop being their safety net, they miraculously find the ability to function. Breadcrumbing is even more subtle. Breadcrumbing is the art of giving you just enough hope to keep you in their orbit without ever actually changing. This is common with emotionally distant parents. They ignore you for months, then suddenly send a sweet text or a thoughtful gift just as you are ready to cut ties. It is like a slot machine. The intermittent reward keeps you pulling the lever. You stay because of the potential of the relationship, not the reality. You here. Maybe someday we'll be close. I am just not ready to talk about the past yet, or I've really been thinking about you. They are keeping you on a leash to protect yourself. Look at the pattern, not the crumb. If the affection only appears when you pulled away, it is a control tactic, not love. Judge them by their consistency, not their occasional bursts of kindness. Finally, false equivalence. False equivalence is how manipulators escape accountability by making your reaction to their abuse just as bad as the abuse itself. If they steal 1,000, but you raised your voice when you found out, they will focus entirely on your disrespectful tone and argue that you are both equally at fault. It is a way to neutralize their major violations by weaponizing your minor flaws. Watch for, you did that one thing 10 years ago, so we re-even. You are not perfect either, or at least I did. Do what you did. This makes you feel like you have no right to complain. Your defense is to maintain the scale. Say, my tone is a separate conversation. Right now, we are talking about your actions. Do not allow a false 50-50 split on blame when the math doesn't add up. Now you see the strings. These tactics only work in the dark. Once you name them, the manipulator loses their power. You aren't being difficult or sensitive. You are becoming unshakable. Family shouldn't be a minefield, but if it is, you now have the map. They expect you to stay confused, guilty, and compliant. Instead, you are going to stay observant, calm, and distant. You are no longer the victim of their games. You are the one who knows exactly how the game is played. Use this knowledge not to hurt them, but to protect your peace. Don't look back.